Dear students, let us do some more problems on latent heat. So this is a problem from our textbook AP 12.13. A copper block of mass 2.5 kg is heated in a furnace to a temperature of 500 degrees centigrade and then placed on a large ice block. So here we have understood, since the copper block is at 500 degrees centigrade, it is the item which is going to lose the heat, and the ice block is the item to gain the heat. So here let me write here heat lost, and here heat gained. So here copper block will lose the heat, and here ice block will gain the heat. Now the copper block is, its mass is 2.5 kg. Let us convert this into grams. The reason is here specific heat of copper is given as joule per gram. Here heat of fusion of water, this is given as 335 joules per gram. So if you convert mass into grams, the gram and gram gets cancelled. So now 2500 grams copper block at what temperature? 500 degrees centigrade. So this is placed on large ice block. Ice block will be at 0 degrees centigrade. So its temperature, what is the maximum amount of ice that can melt? So the final temperature will be 0 only. So there is change in temperature. Therefore the formula we have to use is ms delta T. And on right hand side ice block. What is the maximum amount of ice that can melt? So the mass that we don't know. So here suppose m kg of ice melt. Now that m kg of ice is at 0 degrees centigrade and it will melt into m kg water at the same temperature. Now let us calculate the heat lost. Mass, specific heat of copper 0.39 joule per gram. Change in temperature 500 minus 0. Now gram and gram gets cancelled. So we get this much. Now on right hand side heat gained. See, m grams of ice melted into water and at the same temperature. It means the energy absorbed is latent heat, and the formula for latent heat is m into LF. Mass is m kg, and the latent heat of fusion of water is 335 joule per kg. Now, so this is heat gained by the method of mixtures. by method of mixtures, heat lost is equal to heat gained. From this we get m is equal to 1500 grams or 1.5 kg. Hailstones fall from a certain height. If they melt completely on reaching the ground, find the height from which they fall. Hailstones means the ice stones. So, and that is will be at 0 degree centigrade. And the ice stones are at some height. And so the hailstones, that is ice stones, see they are at some height, at a certain height. At certain height means they possess potential energy. They possess some potential energy. So they are having some potential energy and they are falling down. They are falling down to the ground. They are falling down to the ground. And by the time the stone reaches the ground, it is completely melt. So to melt the ice, heat energy is required. So the potential energy is converted into heat energy. It is converted into heat energy. To melt it. Heat energy to melt it. So now we can write potential energy lost is equal to heat energy gained. Potential energy, the expression for potential energy is mgh. And heat energy gained, see here the ice stones are at 0 degree centigrade. They are at 0 degree centigrade. And here it is becoming water at 0 degree centigrade. So there is no rise in temperature. So the formula we have to use is MLF. Therefore, M and M gets cancelled. Height is equal to LF by G. LF value 80 calories per gram into G value 1 by 10 meter per second square. But here 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. And here it is grams means 10 power minus 3 kg. Let me write here 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. So this is the answer, and if this is converted into kilometers, you divide it by 1000. hailstones fall from a certain height. If only 1% of the hailstones melt on reaching the ground, find the height from which they fall. See, the stones are at some height and they will possess some potential energy. And since they are coming down, they will lose the potential energy. So here, the potential energy is lost. Potential energy is lost. And as it is coming down, it is converted into heat energy, and that heat energy has melted the ice. So expression for potential energy is mgh, and here all hailstones did not melt. Only 1% of the hailstone only melt. Therefore here I cannot write mass m. Only 1% of mass only melt. So here the heat energy is latent heat because there is no change in temperature. Now let us substitute the values. LF value 80 calories per gram, but 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules, and gram means 10 power minus 3 kg. Now G value 10 meter per second square. Substituting, we get 336 meters. A bullet moving with a uniform velocity v stops suddenly. A bullet moving with a uniform velocity v stops suddenly after hitting the target, and the whole mass melts. If the mass of the bullet is m, specific heat S, initial temperature 25 degrees centigrade, melting point 475 degrees centigrade, and latent heat L, find the velocity of the bullet in terms of specific heat and latent heat in SI units. So in this problem, the bullet is initially having kinetic energy, and that kinetic energy is converted into heat energy. And this heat energy is in two ways. There is a change in temperature, heat energy associated with change in temperature, and heat energy associated with constant temperature, in both ways. Okay, now this is the lost energy and this is the energy gained. So first let us divide this like that. Energy lost. Here energy gained. Here energy initially it was in the form of kinetic energy, and the formula is half mv square. Now it is converted into heat energy. So initially uh, bullet with mass m at initial temperature 25 degrees centigrade. It was it stopped suddenly after hitting the target, and the whole mass melts. It has melted at 475 degrees centigrade. So from this temperature to 475 degrees centigrade temperature. Here it gains some heat energy, and that heat energy is expressed as ms delta T. Now this is still bullet with mass m, and this is still in solid state. This is still in solid state. At the same temperature, it melt. Bullet melt at the same temperature. The solid bullet converted into liquid. So here latent heat comes. Solid to liquid means fusion. So in two ways energy is gained. Now by the method of mixtures, energy lost is equal to energy gained. Energy lost is half mv square. Energy gained is ms delta T plus mlf. Here delta T, change in temperature, is 475 minus 25. Here we get 450. Let us take m common. 450s plus L. M and M gets cancelled. So V square is equal to 2 into 450s plus L. V is equal to under root. One gram of steam at 100 degrees centigrade is passed into a calorimeter of water equivalent to 10 grams, containing water of mass 90 grams. Find the resultant temperature of the mixture if the initial temperature of water is 27 degrees centigrade. Now, which is at higher temperature will lose the heat. and which is at lower temperature will gain the heat. Here steam is at higher temperature, therefore it will lose the heat. And here it is sent into, the steam is sent into a calorimeter, containing water. So heat is gained by calorimeter and water, both gain the heat energy. Now, as far as steam is concerned, let us find the heat lost. First we have 1 gram steam and it is at 100 degrees centigrade. So this is sent into water and this is water vapor. First water vapor becomes water. At the same temperature. Afterwards, find the resultant temperature. If the so afterwards it attains some resultant temperature. Now this side, calorimeter, heat gained by the calorimeter. See, its calorimeter's initial temperature, it is given initial temperature of water is 27 degrees centigrade. This is Ti. If water is at 27 degrees centigrade, calorimeter also will be at 27 degrees centigrade. Both have same initial temperature. Now its temperature becomes, after steam mixing into water, then the resultant temperature will be Tf. Both reach a final temperature. Here there is no change of state. Therefore there is only change in temperature. So the formula used is ms delta T. So here we write ms delta T plus here also ms delta T. This is water. Here you write specific heat of water, mass of water. Mass of water is given how much? 90 grams. 90 grams mass of water. Now coming to calorimeter. Here it's a specific heat. So usually in some problems calorimeter's mass will be given separately. If mass is given separately, we will be writing mass of calorimeter is made of copper, therefore you can write here MCU, mass of copper calorimeter, and specific heat of copper calorimeter. If given, we take like this, but in this problem it is not given like this. What is given? The steam is passed into a calorimeter of water equivalent 10 grams. Water equivalent. So what is the meaning here? So let me write the meaning of the water equivalence. The water equivalent of a calorimeter is defined as the mass of water that will absorb or lose same quantity of heat as the substance for the same temperature difference. So Suppose here some it means the meaning is suppose copper calorimeter vessels mass, that is you are writing MCU. Suppose this is some 107.5 grams, suppose that copper vessel, its weight 107.5 grams, suppose. Next, specific heat of copper is 0.093 calories per grams, and let us take temperature difference for our convenience 1 degree centigrade. Now the heat gained will become how much? MS delta T, 107.5 grams into 0.093 into 1, that is equal to 10 calories we get. So instead of taking calorimeters vessels mass, its specific heat, here what is given here? The mass of water that will absorb the same quantity of heat. So the mass of water, for example, let me write here mass of water. How much is given? The equivalent 10 grams. It is given. A calorimeter of water equivalent to 10 grams. Water equivalent to 10 grams means here 10 grams. And here water equivalent, therefore, see this is its equivalent water is taken. So we should consider water specific heat. So specific heat of water only. And change in temperature, say 1 degree centigrade. Then delta Q is equal to MS delta T, 10 into 1, see here 1 calorie per gram, 1 into 1, that is equal to 10 calories. It means what? See, 107.5 grams of copper vessel is absorbing 10 calories of heat with 1 degree centigrade temperature difference. And 10 grams of water also absorbing the same amount of heat energy per 1 degree temperature difference. Therefore, this can be called as water equivalent of calorimeter. So when water equivalent of calorimeter is given, here in place of specific heat we take water specific heat only. Now let us look at the heat loss. 1 gram of steam is at 100 degrees centigrade. It was at the same temperature 1 gram steam becomes 1 gram water. So here the heat lost is given by latent heat, and the formula for latent heat is Q is equal to M into LV. Afterwards, now 1 gram water now at 100 degrees centigrade. So this temperature is decreased to a final temperature, and here since there is change in temperature, we write this formula. Now on right side, see here instead of copper mass and copper specific heat, we will be taking its instead of copper calorimeters mass, here we will be taking its water equivalent value. So m of mass is of water equivalent of copper, and here specific heat. See, when you are taking its water equivalent, then specific heat also must be of water only into delta T. Delta T. Here mass of water, specific heat of water, delta T. Now in both specific heat of water and delta T can be taken common. Here equivalent, water equivalent plus mass of water. So this gives heat gained. This is equal to, on left hand side, mLV plus ms delta T. Here mass is 1 gram steam. 1 gram steam's latent heat value 540 calories per gram. Mass of steam 1 gram. Its specific heat 1 calorie per gram. Temperature difference 100 to Tf. So 100 minus Tf. Now water equivalent of copper vessel, how much? 10 grams. Mass of water 90 grams. Specific heat of water 1 calorie per gram. Change in temperature, initial temperature Ti, final temperature Tf. So difference Tf minus 27. (540 plus 100 minus Tf). And here 10 plus 90, 100. 100 into Tf, 100 Tf. 100 into 27, 2700. Minus Tf taken that side. Minus 2700 taken this side. 540 plus 100, 640 plus 2700. So oh, 100 Tf plus Tf, 101 Tf. Here 2700, 640. Tf is equal to is equal to 33 degrees centigrade. Equal quantities of ice at 0 degrees centigrade and steam at 100 degrees centigrade are mixed up. What will be the resultant temperature? See, which is at high temperature will lose the heat energy. So here heat lost. Here heat gain. So steam, here steam comes, here ice comes. Steam loses the heat energy. So equal quantities. So let us say 1 gram. 1 gram steam, 1 gram ice. So 1 gram steam at 100 degrees centigrade. And here we are taking 1 gram ice at 0 degrees centigrade. So these two are added. So then what happens? First, the 1 gram steam becomes 1 gram water at same temperature. That is just a change of state. And afterwards, its temperature is lowered, say to final temperature. Now this side. So when this is mixed with steam, first 1 gram ice becomes 1 gram water at same temperature. Afterwards only temperature changes at TF. Now this side, change of state from steam to water. Therefore here Q is equal to M LV, and here Q is equal to MS delta T, because there is change of temperature. Here there is change of state only, therefore M into LF. Here MS delta T. Now total heat lost, MLV plus MS delta T. Here MLF plus MS delta T. Mass 1 gram, vaporization value 540 calories per gram. 1 gram into specific heat 1 calorie per gram, change in temperature 100 minus TF. One gram LF, here 80 calories per gram, plus mass 1 gram, specific heat 1 calorie per gram, change in temperature TF minus 0. (540 calories plus 100 minus TF). 80 plus TF. (640 minus TF is equal to 80 plus TF, or take minus TF that side. So we get here so we got 280 degrees centigrade final temperature. See, as per calculation, we got the final temperature as 280 degrees centigrade, but the highest temperature water can have is 100 degrees centigrade. You boil the water for hours together, the temperature never goes beyond 100 degrees centigrade. So of course it goes beyond 100 degrees when then atmospheric pressure increases, but that is a different thing. But here the problem is under normal atmospheric pressure. Therefore the water temperature cannot be more than 100 degrees centigrade. Therefore the answer is 100 degrees centigrade. If 1.1 kg of water is contained in a calorimeter of water equivalent 0.02 kg at 15 degrees centigrade, steam at 100 degrees centigrade passed till the temperature of calorimeter and its contents rise to 80 degrees centigrade. The mass of steam condensed in kg is. So it means what? See, calorimeter is there. Calorimeter is a copper vessel. In this water is there, and it is enclosed. So through a pipe, steam is coming, and this is kept in a wooden box. It is kept in a wooden box. Now this is calorimeter, this is water, this is steam. How much steam is condensed in the water? That is asked. So here let me write heat lost, here heat gained. Heat is lost by steam, heat is gained by water, water and calorimeter. Both gain the heat. So here for this the formula is ms delta T. Here also ms delta T. For water here we write SW, here MW, and for calorimeter, mass of calorimeter vessel not given, here water equivalent value is given. When water equivalent value is given, we write here M equivalent water equivalent. So this is water equivalent. When mass is given as water equivalent, specific heat taken of water only. So this is on right hand side. Both added SW delta T, SW delta T taken common. Here steam, so here M's let the mass of steam condensed in kg is M. Let this value, let the value be M. So here steam of mass M is taken, and this is at 100 degrees centigrade. So when it is sent into water, first steam becomes water at same temperature. Afterwards, the water's temperature decreases to what temperature? Till the temperature of calorimeter and its contents rise to 80 degrees centigrade. So this is the final temperature. And here initial temperature is how much? 15 degrees centigrade for both. Ti is equal to 15 degrees centigrade and Tf 80 degrees centigrade. Now here to here same temperature is, therefore this is latent heat. Ms delta T. So here MLV plus Ms delta T. M into LV value, its SI value, let us write. Its SI value is, let us substitute the values in CGS system only. So LV 540. Water 1 calorie per gram. Change in temperature 100 minus 80. This is equal to here water equivalent value 0.02 kg. So here 0.02 kg, this becomes, when multiplied by 1000, 20 grams. And this becomes, when multiplied by 1000, grams. Now here 1100 grams of water is contained, water 1100 grams, and here 20 grams. SW1, change in temperature 80 minus 15. So here we have 1120 plus, 1120 into 80 65. Here 540 plus 20. is equal to 130 grams.